Hello everyone. So this quick special XCOM thing, because I realized that I forgot to mention the stuff I had installed for you guys. So a lot of things I have installed are cosmetic. Miggs's armor pattern, Chipmunk's face paint, my face paint. Let's see here, some of the other cosmetic items that have been put into the game. Ferenia should have cat ears. See? They're little things that can, the monocle on him, the armor pattern here, and the goggles and the headset, all mods. They're little things that add more depth to, particularly to you guys. All of these armor patterns with exclamation marks next to them, modded in. And again, it's to add depth for what you guys look like. Some of these armor patterns as well are added in. Stripes would be a good one for her. Weapon pattern, you don't have one. Stripes. But there's one other mod. There's a couple of gameplay changing mods, and I'm going to show you those real quick. They're not cheats, as you would describe them. They're changes to how the game works in a significant manner that actually changes a lot of... It makes the game more interesting, both in terms of making it slightly more difficult for me, while at the same time, yeah, the new guys, Max, Isabel, John, while at the same time making it, changing how things fundamentally work. So for a start, in the Guerrilla Tactics School, we have the leadership training, which as soon as everybody's healed back up, Hetty will be under... Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw Hetty in here anyway right now. Focus fire. So it gives them a second tier of stuff to use. Definitely start training. So that's one. Another one is the enemy that you guys saw, the Mutant Centurion. That is a mod actually made by an official XCOM team, put into the game. Gives you a mutant leader to have to fight. The other game-changing mod, you guys will notice the Avatar project up here has 24 pips. But at the same time, you'll notice that I've almost never had not had three black sites. That is because it's what's called the extended war mod. What this does is it cuts the time that they build black sites in half. But then it doubles the number of pips they have to fill in order to win the war. You see where this is going. Makes things harder for me, but also gives me more breathing room if I'm actually able to keep fighting them back. Now, there is another mod that is going on here as well. And it is the extended squad size. You'll notice that I can have a squad size. I have squad size 3 and 4. This is the last gameplay changing mod. It lets you bring 7 and 8 people on a mission. However, it also increases the squad size of all aliens by 1. That's why in a later video, you guys are going to see us run into a squad of a muton with 3 sectoids. You're going to see me run into a squad of 5 Advent soldiers at once as a single pod. Not as 2 pods together. No, that's 1 pod as 5 guys. And you're going to consistently see enemies that would normally be alone, like a sectopod, have a squad with them. That is because of the way that it changes how the squatting mechanics works, and also now makes me have to take that into consideration when I go on missions. These 3 rookies, the new guys, by the way, are not going out on a mission anytime soon, because we're actually building a Psi Lab, and that's where they're going. All 3 of them are going to go into the Psi Lab as Psychers. So good luck on your psychic training, boys and girls. I hope you come out of it better. So that's what I had to say. That's all the mods I have. There's a couple of others. One of which is not terribly useful anymore because I've got the upgraded swords now. But it added katanas and wakizashis, which, as you can see, increase aim and critical chance, but the damage gets cut way down. There's also now the energy katana, which I could use. So the energy katana has better aim, gives me 1 more mobility, and a 20% extra crit chance, versus the fusion blade that has 5 to 7 damage, 20% crit chance. So, I don't know, we have the plasma katana now. Oof. Ooh, that's devastating. That is super devastating. But it also has a decreased base damage range. Can cut through armor like butter. 3 armor pierce, 1 shred. And the plasma fusion blade, chance to burn enemies. So it's a different type of playstyle. Actually, I might try these out. Yeah, I'm going to try these out. Because, see, looks really nice, too. Who else has a sword? But, yeah, that's... It changes how the game works. It changes gameplay. It changes how people function. And the 30 aim, also in this energy katana, only applies to the melee hits. Whenever I go to use the shotgun, it actually separates it out and says that it doesn't count anymore. But yeah, it changes how the game works. It changes a lot of my gameplay tactics. And let's see. Plasma katana is the one I want, right? The energy katana is not the one I want. I want the plasma katana. So I need to go back and re-equip these guys with the right katana. Anyway, I just wanted to explain that because somebody noticed it and went, "What's up with that?" And I thought I had explained that we were using a couple mods. Energy katana, I'm equipping them just to try them out. If it turns out that I don't like them as much, I'm probably going to switch back. Or the plasma katanas, I'm probably going to switch back to the plasma swords. But yeah, it adds a different type of flair, different type of strategy level, different stuff to the game. The other thing is the exosuits and the spider suits are no longer penalized. I'll show you guys this. Spider suit are no longer penalized without having a second utility item. They now have both their utility items. It's just they also, if you'll notice, have had a health. Because normally the spider suit would give... Oh no, they haven't had a health. The spider suit hasn't had one, but the exosuit has had a health point removed, so instead of 6 health, it only gives 5. And the spider suit has had its dodge chance reduced from plus 30 to plus 20. I need to build more spider suits and equip them to my rangers, because that would be awesome. I'm trying to think what else I've changed as far as the game is concerned. Oh, there's one other thing that changes the gameplay, and I have removed what is called the player bonus. Basically, the RNG bonus that would normally be applied to players to help them out is gone. It's been modded out. It's not here. So that means that don't have it. Since we made a few changes. We don't have it anymore. We don't have that capability. It's not there. Sorry. But yeah, there's just a couple mods installed. I figured I'd go over them with you. I'm actually going to back out of the game now and go over to... How long have we been recording? 8 minutes? Yeah, that's not bad. I'm going to go over and start my XCOM so you guys can see all of the modifications I have installed, and I can go over them one at a time. Okay. Let's minimize this. Let's do a display capture. There we go. So you see leader pack, muton pack. The accessories packs are just... There's the katana pack, armor utility slots. Swords and sniper rifles getting armor piercing. But it also counters this because the enemy gets armor piercing as well on their weapon, on some of their weapons. So it balances it out, and I was like, that's kind of nice that you actually took the time to balance it. The increased squad size, I can get 2 more squad size upgrades, but at the same time, enemy squads are now larger. The tech armor, it adds an armor that I can research through experimental armor that is for hacking. The armor gives +1 health, takes up a utility slot, and gives +20 to hack. The cat ear specifically because Ferenia requested it. Diversive patterns is all the extra patterns. The bleed out mod changes how bleed out works because under normal bleed out circumstances, anyone below the rank of lieutenant has a 0 chance of actually bleeding out. I thought that was highly unfair. Because it meant that if you hadn't made lieutenant yet, you were corporal, sergeant, squatty, or rookie, you're just dead. You're just dead. And I'm like, that's not fair. So that changes how bleed out works. So that those ranks get bleed out, and then the higher ranks have a 10% overall increase in bleed out chance, rather than no bleed out, rather than the highest bleed out chance you had being 50%. Now a colonel could have a potential 65, I think. Ignore missing content is here in case one of the mods in case someone takes down one of the mods, so that I can keep playing regardless. Diversive face paints adds more face paints, obviously. But yeah, those are the mods I've installed. How I've changed how the game works. Most of it, again, is for pretty. A little bit of it is for changes in gameplay. So I figured I'd let you guys know what I was using and why I was using it. Everything I'm using, I made sure that it added that there was some sort of balance to be added. The extended war modification is actually manually going in and editing your files. So what you do is you go in, they explain how to do this. They haven't created an official mod for it yet, but it's explained that if you want to get basically an equivalent of the Long War, you go into your files and you change the two things. You change the number of pips that you have for the Avatar project to 24, and you go to black site production time and you cut it in half. So that every time that so that instead of 6 weeks for a black site, I only have 3 weeks before they build a new black site, unless I just destroyed one. So yeah, that's everything I've done. Let me know if you approve. If you want me to take something off and give me justification why, go right ahead. But I find that even with 24 pips, I mean, there's a point in the recording, guys, where we're up to 16 pips because there's 6 fucking black sites at once. And I'm like, shit! It's so much fucking harder this way, and I am enjoying it a lot more because of the increase in difficulty, not only on the outer level, but on the strategic level as well. I'm finding the increase in difficulty much, much more welcome. In the meantime, let me know what you think. And you can get all of these mods on the Steam Workshop, by the way. See you later.